I'm with Mitch Hahn, NEAFL Development Coach. Now, Mitch, you had a tough game on the weekend, I would say. Just maybe one of your closest games.
Yeah, we started really well in the first quarter. We kicked 6-1, so we started well, but GWS fought back really hard in the second half. I suppose quarters 2 and 3 were really close, and they kicked 4 goals in a row in that third quarter. And we had to really go back to the drawing board and get back to our basics, and start to win the footy at the contest, and not get past it and think that it was going to be an easy game. And the guys sort of did that towards the end, so we're pleased with the victory in the end, but still lots of things to work on.
In the third term, they kicked 4 in a row coming out. How did you change that?
Yeah, we got the first one really quickly, and then they got 4. We kicked a couple of points in between that period, and then got a couple of late. But I suppose we just went away from playing our game style. We started to overuse the handball, didn't go forward enough with the ball. So we addressed that with the players. Thankfully, we're allowed to use the runner, so we could get that message out, and they started to do that towards the back end of the quarter, and we took that into the last quarter.
And with that, do you think your 20 AFL listed players, the Giants 11, did that influence the game at all?
Oh, I think it certainly always has an impact. One thing that's been the strength of our football club this year is our ability to be able to have lots of listed players out on the park, and that certainly helps the consistency and the growth, and the opportunity that these guys get to play with each other helps them grow as players. So that's been a real strength. I think a couple of weeks ago we had 19 players that had played 6 games together, which is huge for a reserves team that are AFL listed players. So I think that certainly plays a part in it, but it doesn't guarantee you anything. You still have to go about your business, and you still have to go and win the footy, and we did that.
An AFL listed player Archie Smith had a career high of 40 hitouts and 4 goals. How did he go?
Yeah, it was a good game from Archie, and he's still got lots of things to work on. He'll be the first to admit that, but pleasing, one of those things that we've asked him to work on is his ability to be able to go forward and impact on the scoreboard. So he was able to do that on the weekend, go forward, take a couple of strong marks, and finish off with 4 goals, which is a great return. And his work around the ruck contest has been really solid for us all year. So we'll keep challenging him in a couple of those areas that he needs to improve on, but it was a really pleasing performance.
And another player to watch out for, Corey Lyons, had 38 disposals on the weekend.
Yeah, Corey was impressive. Again, we don't always count disposals as whether you've had a good game or not, but he certainly was, got the ball going forward for us and had some really strong passages of play, particularly in the start of the third quarter. We challenged the group at halftime around a few things that we wanted to improve on, and he came out in the third quarter, was able to do those early, and then, in his overall performance, we're pleased with the way that he went about it.
And another line to watch out for, Cedric Cox. How is he performing lately?
Yeah, good. Cedric's been playing mostly as a forward, and we've been enjoying what he's been able to produce this year, especially his last couple of weeks after we missed him for a couple of weeks has been exciting. He certainly got that element of speed and excitement as a player, and in the last quarter we were able to put him into the midfield, and he actually provided a bit of a spark for us in there. We just felt like we weren't getting contest to contest with speed, and he was able to do that. So look, he's coming along really well. The last couple of weeks have been really strong performances, so he puts a couple more of those, and he's certainly putting pressure on the senior team.
And do you think Basti is taking more of a leadership role, kicking 2 goals on the weekend?
Yeah, we've got a lot of leaders this year. That's the pleasing part about having a lot of healthy players out on the park. So Ryan Bastanak, Lewis Taylor, Josh Walker, Corey Lyons, all those guys have been fantastic leaders for us, and they've certainly helped the games of Eli Smith, Tom Joyce and those guys get better every week. So it's certainly made our job as coaches a lot easier when we have those guys to be able to support, and Basti's been one of those players who's got a lot of AFL experience, but is certainly playing above the level at NEAFL and certainly helping others. So we're really pleased and thankful as a coaching group for what he's been able to provide for us this year.
And heading into the bye this week, what has been the main focus at training?
Yeah, training will be AFL standard. We've always gone with that this year about how we want to keep pushing to be AFL standard. So our training this week will be really important for us to make sure, yes, one, we can freshen up as a group, but continue to be ready in case we're called upon for senior selection or the following week as well. So, we've got another tough game after the bye in Gold Coast, so we know that they're getting better as well, and they're going to provide a really strong contest for us again out here at the Gabba, which is fantastic for us to be able to get back here and play in front of our supporters.
Awesome, thank you.
No worries, thanks.